Shalom to the hopeful elect, which are the only ears that these epistles are intended for, to them that love will love the appearing of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's son, Yahushai, and long for the destruction of this current wicked fucking kingdom. We give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Bracha Kadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. I wanted to go into these ballistic missiles, which has been trending on the web, on the Agora, the digital marketplace, the internet, the line that's written about in these scriptures. This engine that allows for the global and swift, instant dissemination of information that the Most High has created for the primary purpose of the connection of the elect, the sealing of the elect, connecting and networking of the apostles, the prophets. All right, this thing has been trending, these ballistic missiles, for the last couple weeks, and is of major talks among the nations, because we are coming into a time where these weapons will indeed be shot from the ends of the earth, okay? What they call a fucking nuclear holocaust. All right, they also have that term, MAD, mutually assured destruction. And these are the engines, this is the method, this is the medium by which that fire that's going to come on the earth that this world is reserved unto, okay? Just like in the time of the flood, it was known as the first death. The second death is drawing ever so increasingly nigh, okay? And the medium of that fire is going to be the weapons of the Most High's indignation, okay? Which are these missiles. This is in 2 Peter 3 and 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Okay, so this world has a reservation with fire, even though the entire allotment of land masses on this planet is not going to get fucking torched, but the whole world will feel the effect of this fire. Okay, scriptures say that the earth shall reel to and fro as a drunkard, and we know that the first death, the flood, the deluge, that destructive calamity, what they liken into extinction level event, because shit, it wiped out a lot of fucking people. We could say like 99.9% of the population, with only 8 people being saved, okay? And that destructive event that the Most High caused to occur on the planet, it had global effects, okay? It broke up the entire landmass that was essentially put together as a puzzle, Pangea, and broke that shit apart into all the different land masses that are separated, okay? So, once again, when the Most High brings the second death, the world is going to feel the effects of this destruction. All right, and the medium of that fire is going to come onto the earth are these weapons, okay? Countless scriptures that prove without a shadow of a doubt that the way that the fire is coming is through these weapons. All right. This place has a fucking reservation with fire, a second death, and we have these weapons being in the major talks of all the different nations across this planet, man. Fucking trending throughout the internet. All right, this is from Reuters.com. Pakistan's missile program is emerging threat, a top U.S. official says. Okay. Pakistan is developing long-range missiles that could threaten the United States, senior U.S. official says. And when you go into these scriptures, who's going to catch what nation? The nation that is going to catch the brunt of this nuclear holocaust of the fire. This is the Great Babylon. Okay, it speaks about the smoke of her burning. Okay, that which is indeed, undoubtedly, fucking these so-called United States of America. All right, the Great Babylon is going to get fucking melted with fervent heat. It says Pakistan refuses to address why it's developing more powerful rocket engines, senior official says, and the U.S. has imposed new sanctions on Pakistan's missile program. All right, and despite all these different nations' attempts to try to get each other to stop developing these weapons, to stop increasing their potential to destroy, okay, which is known as their destruction capacity. Destruction capacity means the capacity in which they can destroy, meaning there's three main ways that they're doing that, right? Of course, we know through the enriching of uranium, but the three main ways that these weapons can destroy more, have a greater capacity, is what? Through their speed and maneuverability, to increase that, okay? Through the developing and advancement of technology, right? But these are the three main ways: the speed and maneuverability, their range, okay, how far they can travel, and then, of course, their devastation in the form of, fucking blast radius, right? The output, right? How many, I'm not sure exactly how, it's pretty much its destruction capacity as it pertains to how much shit it can fucking blow up. Okay? All right. How, whether it be attaching more warheads, putting more megatons of TNT in that motherfucker. Okay? Increasing that nuclear reaction. Right? It's nuclear fusion, nuclear fission. So that it can fucking blow up more shit. Okay? The blast impact, the blast radius. Okay, the explosion that these things pack within them. All right? That these things are being advanced at an all-time fucking high. See, despite all the world's nations of this world's attempts to get each other to stop proliferating these weapons through what you have these things called the non-proliferation, nuclear non-proliferation, measures that have been taken. These nations are continuing to do so. Okay? despite the attempts at their prevention. All right, look at it says right here in that second bullet point, Pakistan refuses to address why. Okay, and this is why. It's because this is the act. Indeed, this is from the mind of who the world ignorantly calls God. What this world is going to fucking find out the hard way is that the Most High directs the steps of men as well as their thoughts. He literally is responsible for influencing the thoughts of mankind. All right, and he's propelling these nations to bolster their nuclear arsenals. Okay, their missile, their thermonuclear missile and ballistic missile artillery count. Okay, it says a senior White House official on Thursday said nuclear-armed Pakistan is developing long-range ballistic missile capabilities that eventually could allow it to strike targets well beyond South Asia, making it an emerging threat to the United States. Deputy National Security Advisor John Finer's surprise revelation underscored how far the once close ties between Washington and Islamabad have deteriorated since 2021 U.S. troop withdrawal from Afghanistan. It also raised questions about whether Pakistan has shifted the objectives of nuclear weapons and ballistic missile programs long intended to counter those of India, with which it has fought 3 major wars since 1947, it says, speaking to the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. Finer said Pakistan has pursued increasingly sophisticated missile technology, from long-range ballistic missile systems to equipment that would enable the testing of significantly larger rockets, larger rocket motors. So as affirmation, the Most High is compelling the minds of these nations to increase and advance the technology of these weapons, man. Okay? This is from the NewYorkPost.com. And we know Russia, all right, that we're going to go into the prophecy in the scriptures, is going to be the main proponent of the Great Babylon's destruction. The Great Babylon and their allies, primarily fucking Israel, the false fucking Israelis, all right, the imposters that have stolen the identity of the true Israelites, that are fucking erroneously occupied in the Holy Land, okay, defiling that landmass, which will be indeed fucking rocked with these weapons, all right. It says from NewYorkPost.com, Putin taunts the U.S. with a dual challenge using new hypersonic ballistic missiles. We're ready for such an experiment, you see. So these talks, these tensions are fucking heating up, all right? And it's only going to lead into one place. Okay, this is only going to result in one thing, which is the launching and deployment of these weapons. All right. Russian President Vladimir Putin taunted the U.S. Thursday by challenging America's military to a duel to see if its defense systems could stop the Kremlin's new hypersonic ballistic missile. Slovakia, he said during his end-of-year conference, Putin mocked the West's claims that the new Resnik missile, capable of carrying a nuclear payload, was not as deadly as Moscow claims following its limited use against Ukraine. Okay. So we see these tensions are fucking heating up. This thing going fucking viral, uh, you know, on these different platforms online. Okay. Trending all over the motherfucking web. And once again, let's go into it. This is from The Will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is in Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay? And we know how he does this is in the form of the angels. Okay? Left side, right side, and left side angels going into the duality of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He influences and compels the thoughts of mankind. All right? It could literally sound like a voice in your fucking head. Okay? Whatever officials it is, Putin, right? Of the voice in his head that he might think, or one might think, are his own thoughts, but the Most High is compelling and influencing the thoughts that each and every one of his creation think, all right? And therefore they carry out whatever act that he wills them to do, straight up. A heart goes back to the Hebrew word la. Let's get it. Just to show you, it's not the organ that pumps blood, right? This is the Hebrew word lab, which is your inner man, your mind, okay, your will. Because when they say follow your heart, it's not the thing in that's pumping blood in your chest, okay? It's literally the seat of thought is another way. There it is. Your seat of emotions and passions. The seat of thought. It's also known as the belly in the New Testament, right? Out of his belly shall flow the rivers of living water. That goes into the seat of thought. When they say follow your gut, follow your heart, it's talking about your mind, your will, a seat of thought. Okay, where is the seat of your thought and thinking? Is in your mind, man. Okay. So that the influence of that, how you fucking think, is in the hand of the Most High. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. And this is even a profound scripture, because even on a carnal level, the Most High can not only influence your thoughts through the spiritual realm, right? Because we wrestle not against flesh and blood. But, okay, so it's not flesh and blood that how the inner workings go, right? The spiritual realm dictates the physical. But also this can be explained through physiological means. Physiological, dealing with the body. That the Most High literally can move the currents in your brain, because we have cranial fluid a whole bunch of fucking fluid up in our fucking noggins, right? That literally move through the different passages in our brains, right? Like rivers and currents, okay? And he can move that cranial fluid in different directions to influence your thoughts, okay? And move them in the way which he wills. See, that's why it says that man's goings are of the Most High. How can a man even understand what the fuck he is doing? How could he understand his own way? Okay, we're all subject to the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, so it's in the Most High's mind to cause, Putin and these different world leaders. We just went into Pakistan, right, to increase these tensions and their willingness, and not only willingness, their fucking urge to use these weapons, okay? And this is according to the ultimate prophecy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is the way that's going to get ushered in, the ultimate prophecy being the establishment of the eternal righteous kingdom, all right? But before that comes, it's necessary for this place to be destroyed, this current rulership and kingdom, all right, this age. And the way this place is going out is through this fire, through these weapons. This is from Politico.eu. Russia to mass produce new hypersonic ballistic missiles. Moscow will begin large-scale manufacturing of Oreshnik missiles soon to protect the security of Russia and our allies, the president announces. Okay, it won't even let me scroll. It's your time slot. Okay, there we go. Russia will launch the serial production of its new powerful Oreshnik missiles in the near future. In the near future, serial production of such systems should be ensured to protect the security of Russia and our allies. Okay? Mass production. It says, however, during the same defense meeting on Monday, this is at the bottom. Oh, Slovakia, let me go here, highlight it so you can see where I'm at. This paragraph, the Russian leader had previously said the new missiles fly at 10 times the speed of sound and cannot be intercepted by air defense systems. Okay? In this last paragraph, it says, however, during the same defense meeting on Monday, Putin also noted that Russia needs to maintain the development of strategic nuclear forces and keep non-strategic nuclear forces in combat readiness. Okay? But once again, these tensions are heating the fuck up, all by the will of the Heavenly Father. All right? Let's jump straight into these scriptures, and also actually start with this, and then we'll go into the allies that he just mentioned, because Pakistan is on that list for a soft ally of Russia. Okay? And regardless, we already know that America's allies are going to turn on the whore, which is the spearhead of that conglomerate of the NATO and the EU. Okay, that conglomerate of nations that is going to turn on its leader, on the spearhead of that, which is America. All right. We already know that there, even its own fucking allies are going to turn on it. How much more America's enemies, okay? This is Ezekiel 38. It says, "And the word of Yahweh Shemel Shai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him." Okay, when you go into the chief prince in the Paleo Hebrew, it's that word prince, of course, is Shar, and that word chief goes into Ra'ash. Okay, so put that together, it's Ra'ashar, which literally is the ancient way, and I won't say the ancient. We could say, you know, it's one of the old ways. One of the old ways of saying Russia. It's Ra'ashar. That's how they used to pronounce it. Ra'asha, right? Ra'ashar. And when you go into the landmass, the geographical location of this place, it's literally in fucking Russia, because these are the people that's referring to. It says the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. That word Meshech is the old way of saying Moscow. Okay? We've done this time and time again, but we should go into it again for reference to show you. All right. Meshech. Drawn out by force. That word Meshech means drawn out by force. Okay? Drawn out by force, which is an omen nomen, meaning its name, the name of the Russians leads credence and is symbolic. It's an omen for what they're going to do. Okay? It says the sixth son of Japheth listed in the scripture. He is usually closely associated with Tubal, especially in the prophecy of Ezekiel in the Bible. See, because all fucking people on the earth have a biblical origin. All right? They've just been renamed and retitled. All right? Reclassified primarily by Esau Edom, who's put a covering cast, which basically means he jumbled up the anthropologies of all the peoples of the earth, pretty much to hide certain peoples and primarily to hide himself. All right? Check it out. It says he's the ancestor of several nations like the Mosachini, Illyrians, Georgians, Caucasians, Armenians, and two most prominent are the Muski of Assyria and the Moshgoi of Greece. All right? But Salakia, go ahead and scratch that, okay? Because look, the nations of Meshech. All right? Just highlight the relevant part right here. It says, because this is really the point. Then they traveled north and settled in Rosh, the modern day Russia. Okay, there you go. It says, it is thought that Meshech started the barbaric and brutal nation of Moshki, okay, who inhabited the Moshkian mountains that connected the lands of the Caucasus and the Anti-Taurus mountains. Because indeed, the Russians are fucking Caucasians, which are Edomites, man. All right, going down, highlighting this last sentence, it says, the name Moscow is said to have come from the term Mosky. All right. Aside from the Mosky, Meshach was also identified with Rossi, the modern-day Russians. The Rossi and Mosky have enormously multiplied their nations in the Russian area. There you go. It says, and according to the legend, the son of Japheth, named King Mosuk, identified with Meshach, built a city named after him and his wife, Kiva. And what is it, that place you have over there, Kiev? Because those fucking Ukrainians are the same goddamn people as well. And what, Moscow is the capital of Russia, right? Moskva, which was later on known as the city of Moscow. All right. Proof that this is in reference to Russia, which is going to be the main proponent of the Great Babylon's destruction and the wielder of these weapons. And we're going to go into it. It says, and say, thus saith, back in Ezekiel 38:3, and say, thus saith Yahweh power. Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. See, so the Most High, we're not in support of Russia, but we're damn fucking sure in support of them using these weapons to destroy the Great Babylon and Israel. Okay, Israel meaning that the land mass in which the imposters, those filthy fucking gutter rats, known as the Israeli, are erroneously occupying the land that they're fucking defiling. All right, and it will be destroyed in the sense that, but it will be renewed. Okay, through the Most High's doing. What the Most High, and we are against fucking Russia, but we're with what their the way in which and the method in which they're gonna fucking burn America and the Israelis with. Okay, and they call, the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, specifically they call the apostles and elders at Great Millstone on down. They think we're fucking sadistic for this, all right? For being literally in support of these weapons being used, all right? They think that we're fucking sadistic because, these things will surely cause mass destruction, right? What do they call them? WMDs, right? But we know that this is going to usher in the Most High's eternal kingdom. And if anybody with understanding, anybody who wields these scriptures would know the same, with understanding of this book would know the same. Okay? And before this cause as well, it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. There goes that omen nomen. Okay, Moscow, which is the capital of Russia, which is heavy because they use that word, that capital, to refer to those people and that entire nation of Russia. They'll say Moscow because from the capital goes the decisions, just as they use the term Washington, D.C. to refer to America, the United States as a whole. because that's where it, that motherfucker is being governed by that capital. Okay, so this word, the capital of Russia, Moscow, which we just found out is Meshek, is the old way of saying it, the old pronunciation, and really origin, right? Because anything older is more original, more authentic to its identity. That Moscow, Meshek means drawn out with force. And that's what this act is, to have hooks in your jaw and to get brought, okay, to get dragged, all right? The Most High is putting hooks in their jaw, drawing them out by force, all right? This is according to the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Okay, this is going to the military equipment that Russia has accumulated, right? What is the pinnacle? What is the top form of their military equipment? Is these weapons, okay? At that point, you don't even need to have any type of, defensive equipment, because all you need is this, what is just known as the great equalizer, right? He thought the gun was the motherfucking equalizer, okay? What more, like I said, mutually assured destruction can just end all fucking life than these weapons, man, okay? So that is the pinnacle, the top form of anyone's military equipment. Okay, you don't even need all that shit. Is almost not even to be mentioned after there's talks about these weapons. All right, and that's what not only he's developing and mass producing, as we just read, and increasing their arsenals. All right, but there are also they are sharing that technology and straight up equipping their allies with these weapons, man. All right. This is verse 7. It says, "Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company." Right. Their alliance, Salakia. Their alliance, Russia's alliance, right? That are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So they will be equipping, and already fucking have, with the technology, but straight up give them straight up missiles, okay? Let's go into the allies of Russia. This is the foreign relations of the Russian Federation, right? It says, despite deteriorating relations with the Western world since the invasion of Ukraine, Russia still maintains support and strong relations with some countries such as India, China, Belarus, Vietnam, Iran, Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, Syria, North Korea. And we know that there will be some in his primaries. The primaries in his alliance are going to be the ones that are going to be equipped with nuclear arsenals, all right, ballistic missile arsenals, all right. But this is going into it as a total, all right. North Korea, right? Syria, North Korea, Myanmar, Eritrea, Mali, Zimbabwe, Central African Republic, Burkina Faso, Palestine, Burundi, Iraq, and Niger. Russia also has strong support from the Supreme Political Council of Yemen. Russia also maintains positive relations with countries that have been described as Russia-leaning. According to The Economist, these countries include Algeria, Kazakhstan, uh, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Afghanistan, Laos, Pakistan, Ethiopia, Sudan, and Uganda. Russia also maintains positive countries with countries considered neutral on the world stage. All right, what we just went into, right? The Russia-leaning ones and the ones that are straight up and strong relations that are in strong support of Russia. Okay. And then it says they also, with countries traditionally considered Western aligned, Russia maintains positive relations with Hungary, Serbia, Azerbaijan, Turkey, Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Oman, and the United Arab Emirates. Okay, we just went into, right, that company. Some of these different nations that are in strong alliance with Russia, all right, they're going to team up and burn the Great Babylon, a fucking whore with fire, all right, and those fucking imposters dwelling in the erroneously, falsely occupying the Holy Land, all right, with all that devastation that they're causing. All right, and all these things are happening because the Most High is speeding up the times, all right, drawing us closer into this day. This is in Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. All right, this is in reference to the weapons of the Most High's indignation. All right, the instrument for his work, for the work of the Most High. What you fucking people are going to realize, that everything is according to his will and his creation. Right? The people, they worship the fucking creature more than the creator. But the Most High is orchestrating intricately all the goings of mankind, of all his creation. All right? The instrument for his work. All right? And this is the instrument. This is the instrument in which the fire is going to come on the earth. Let's go into that word that pulled, because this is what is going to be used to implement his purpose. What is the work? The work is to fucking torch this place. The second death is the work. All right? The fire that this earth is reserved unto. All right? That's the work. And what is the medium, meaning the means or the instrument in which that work is going to be carried out? Are these missiles, man. The sword bathed in heaven. The arrow shot from one end of the earth to the other from the mighty archer, which primarily goes into the Most High himself, but is going to be used through these missiles through the propulsion system, all right, which you can classify as these different nations that are going to fire them, okay, coming up out of the fucking silos. This is the word, Hebrew word, kalai, the ka, the la, and the ya, dropping the a, the last vowel, the last character, kalai. Strong's H3627. All right, for this word instrument, it's the article, the vessel, in which he's going to implement, the way in which he's going to implement his work. Right, the instrument of his work. This is how the Most High is going to implement that destruction. Okay, this is the utensil. All right, the article, the object. Right, the apparatus. This is the apparatus of that fervent heat. All right, the second death, implement of hunting or war. Okay, the tool, the equipment. This is the equipment of his work. The vessel. Okay. Then it goes into it. What does it say? The weapon. This is the weapon of his work. Something prepared. Who prepared this? Okay, this is from the mind of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the working of the Most High. It says a vessel or weapon, armor bearer, like going into the armory. This is a part of the Most High's artillery, it says. Okay, and it's in his bag, right? The instrument, thing that it's made of, right? It says the wear, okay? Your wares, it's like your fucking tools, different fucking tool bags. You know, you have a warehouse, house of fucking tools and shit, okay? And expounding in the Jacinius Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, down in the fourth bullet point, number 4, it says an implement, a tool. Then going down a little bit farther in number 4, it says instruments of the indignation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. See, so that's the work is the destruction, the instrument of his work, and that is the weapons of his indignation. Okay, his arms. Okay, deadly weapons. Okay, from his armory. All right, the instrument of his work is these fucking missiles, man. And considering that these missiles are dropping, that's why we're in a more solemn state than ever. All right, you know, you have. That's why it says, what manner of man ought we to be, considering that this place is about to get fucking torched. Okay, it's now more so than ever to be in a state of solemnity. And it talks about that in Joel. All right, when it talks about the Most High's armory, his likened unto these weapons are likened unto his soldiers, an army of the Most High. Okay, And considering it, let's go into that. That's why we're in a more state of solemnity more than so than ever than any other time. Can you fucking imagine? In the history of mankind, it's more time to be in a state of solemnity, man. Let's go into it. To be solemn. Solemnity is the state of quality of being serious and dignified. All right, to be moral, to be in a state of obedience to Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, to be solemn is to be fucking serious. Not to be playing the fuck around. Considering this is going to be the worst destruction ever known in the history of mankind, or ever will be. What fucking state ought you to be in? There's all kind of time. There was previously all kind of time to fucking play around, and Jake. That's all Jake wants to do, even in this truth, is to have a fucking good time. There was plenty of time to do that before, and there'll be fucking eternity to indulge in the joy, infinite joy of Yahweh Shem Shai, man, and in the right way. So this indeed is not the time to be fucking around, man. To be in any other state than to be solemn and serious. This is not the time to be fucking, to be diving in all kind of fucking pussy. Jake just can't stop. He can't get over that fucking crotch, right? This is not the time to be fucking drowning in libations and the drink. This is not the time to be having your head in the shop, head in the clouds on that shop shit. This is not the time to be fucking banqueting and feasting. All right, we'll talk about better to go to the house of mourning than the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. All right, this is the time to be in solemnity, not cheerful or smiling, okay, characterized by deep sincerity. We're to be in a time of preparation of this destruction. It's in Joel 1, and look at that. Check it. Joel 1 and 14, sanctify ye a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of Yahweh your power, and cry unto Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, this is no more relevant. This has the ultimate relevance for this time that we're in right now. Okay, to cry unto Yahweh Shem Shai in the state of mourning and solemnity. It says, alas, for the day of Yahweh Shem Shai is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. Okay, see? This is the time of the Most High, the worst destruction he's ever unleashed on the fucking planet, man. Or ever will be. All right, that's why we're in more of a solemn state than ever. We're constantly getting questioned by the people around us, like, man, what's wrong? What's wrong? Okay, and it's no more other than the fact that the Most High has us pondering, meditating, and consumed with these thoughts and preparation of what's about to come on the fucking earth. That's why we have that furrowed brow, all right? That's why, just like it says, not fucking smiling, okay? And a goofy fucking spirit, not laughing and playing all the goddamn time. Making a joke out of every fucking thing, man. Alright? Extremely serious. Let's go ahead and just see if there's a little bit more meat on that solemn in the AB 1611, because that's a crucial state that we need to be in, right? There's a time and place for everything. Religiously grave, okay? To be grave, piously grave, devout. It says marked by the reverence of the Most High, okay? And also a pondering on what is coming, man. All right? It says affectioning with seriousness, okay? Gravity or reverence, sober, serious. See? It talks about that in all sobriety. That's why through the spirit, all that, that mind altering shit, or that, even the things that we've been given, that's been put on like the super back burner. And for some of us, it's been completely eliminated. That fucking, the wine, strong drink, the shab, okay? Because the Most High just has us in this state of solemnity to be grave, serious, and affectedly grave as a solemn face, okay? It says, back up in 4, gravity or reverence, sober, serious. There reigned a solemn silence over all, to assuage with solemn touches troubled thoughts. Okay? Look at this solemnity. And number 4, manner of acting awfully serious. With horrible solemnity, he caused everything to be prepared for his triumph of victory. See, when you get in that fucking state, okay, and when you're about to enter into war, it's no fucking games to be played, all right? Even when a man goes to battle, even in the carnal ring, the fucking octagon in mixed martial arts, or in the boxing world, when you go into the ring against your opponent, you don't pop your fucking woman, because that even puts you in takes you out of that spirit. Okay, there's a time for every fucking thing. You're gonna have plenty of time, for all this other goddamn shit. It says, with horrible solemnity, he caused everything to be prepared for his triumph and victory. It says gravity, steady seriousness. Okay. Let's go into, let's close it out in Ezekiel 21. Salaki. Ezekiel 21 and 8, it says, again the word of Yahweh Shai came to me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh Shai, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furnished. It is furbished that it may glitter. Okay, so what did we just go into? This thing that's gone fucking viral. The ballistic missiles. All right, this is the sword in which it's in reference to. This is the sword that's being sharpened and furbished. That all these nations are advancing the technology of these weapons. primarily the destruction capacity, their ability to destroy. That's the sword being sharpened by these nations, man, to make a sword slaughter. All right, that's what this is in reference to. That's what's going down. The technological advancements, all right, the bolstering and advancement of these weapons. Okay, that's what this is straight up in the scriptures. All right, it says, should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. All right, so should we be making fucking mirth, which is even in a happy state? No. Okay, and that's why the Most High, as aforementioned, as we just heavily went into, has us in this state of solemnity. It says, because, back in Joel 1, because the destruction of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is at hand. Okay. To call a solemn assembly. The answer is fucking resounding, emphatic, in the negation. Absolutely fucking not. On the contrary, are we not to be, and not to make mirth? All right? We're supposed to be fucking in a super grave spirit. All right? And fucking humble and mourning, penitent to the Most High. You know, requesting that he rescues us from this destruction that's coming. Okay? That we be, Lord willing, we be a part of that number that's allotted to be saved. Okay? It says, and he has given it to be furbished that it may be handled. All right? So these things are going to be fucking handled. They're going to be deployed. They're going to be shot off. They're going to be used. And they're going to fulfill their purpose. Ultimate devastation. The second death, man, the sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give into the hand of the slayer, which is ultimately how Bashem Yahushai, as we just heavily went into, he influences the thoughts of mankind. All right? He's just using it, these different nations and the leaders, if you will, because they're the ones that are going to carnally sanction them to be fired off. He's just using them as a fucking tool. Okay? So we are drawing increasingly ever so nigh into this time, into the destruction of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, this ultimate prophecy. Okay? That's going to be followed by the establishment of the kingdom, man. So now is a more of a time than ever to lock in. All right, so with that, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rucha Kadash, Brakati Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rucha Kadash, man. Shalom.